This is the 2016 Lincoln MKX. It's basically the Ford Edge platform, but with a luxury spin. And in a lot of ways, it is Ford putting its best foot forward when it comes to comfort. Let's hop behind the wheel of this EcoBoost all-wheel drive example and see, well, exactly how good it is. Now, the 2016 Lincoln MKX is available with a choice of two engines. If you want more power, you want the smaller of the engines. That's this 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 engine. It puts out 335 horsepower and about 380 pound-feet of torque when you use premium fuel. It also gets about 19 miles per gallon combined and about 1 extra mile per gallon in the city when compared to the larger engine. That's about 17 miles per gallon there. Now, that engine is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission that has a sport mode and paddle shifters and this really weird, very interesting push button shifting mechanism. There's no shift lever, no shift knob. If you want to change directions or change gears, use these buttons right here. It's very cool. It keeps things really sort of sleek and frees up a little bit of extra space right here for elbow room. Now, that is going to be paired in this case with Lincoln's all-wheel drive system that's going to split power between all of the wheels on demand. Now, around town, 335 horsepower is of course nothing to sniff at. This car has pretty good pickup when you put it in its sport mode. And also we're riding on the Lincoln Drive adaptive suspension. That's gonna help soak up some of those bumps. Now, this particular example is also equipped with Lincoln's lane keep assistance system, which you can activate with this sort of stalk next to the steering wheel. And that's gonna actively work with the electronic power steering to keep this vehicle between the lane markers when you get above a certain speed. We've also got a forward collision warning system that uses a forward-facing camera and an adaptive cruise control system that will allow us to maintain a safe driving distance between the vehicle in front of us automatically when cruising on the highway. Now, that adaptive cruise control system is not full speed. It'll shut down at about 15 miles per hour. So you can't use it to creep through traffic like you can with some other luxury vehicles. And rounding out the equipped driver aid, we've got a 360 camera system that gives sort of a bird's eye view of the car, and Ford Lincoln's automatic parallel and perpendicular parking system. It's really cool and very easy to use. Now, that's most of what Lincoln's done really well with the MKX, but there's still a couple of spots that they fall short. Particularly right here in the center of the dashboard, we've got the old generation of My Lincoln Touch, which is a very subtle reskin of My Ford Touch. The problem that I have with this system is that it's just very laggy. Everything you do takes a couple of seconds to sort of render on screen. Going from the map screen to the radio or for the home screen to the map takes about 2 to 3 seconds for every button press to register and then render on the screen. Now, we know that Ford has an improved version of Sync 3.0 coming into some of its vehicles, so we think in a couple of model years we will definitely see a Lincoln branded version of that system in the MKX. But if I were to end on a sweet note, it would be with the sweet notes of the Rebel Ultima audio system we have in this vehicle. Now, Rebel is a name that we recognize from home theater systems. This is their first in-car system that they're working on with Lincoln, and they've kind of put their best foot forward here, and they've given us a really good, really clear system. Now, there are not a lot of bells and whistles here, not a lot of 3D surround and digital signal processing tricks that you can access in the menus, but the basic settings on this system are very clear, very well staged, and just very powerful. I really enjoy what we got going on here. Our 2016 Lincoln MKX EcoBoost all-wheel drive gets off the line at $42,595. At a $925 destination charge and almost every option in the list to reach our fully loaded as-tested price of $60,815. This is the best in luxury and tech that Ford has to offer, but we know Ford's got something better in the pipeline, particularly where dashboard tech is concerned. I'd recommend you wait a model year or two and see where it goes.